And what is up, you guys? This is JPTV 3000. I'm here with
Chris.
Appreciate that, man. Thank you for your time.
Yep.
Without further ado, Chris, man, how'd you get into trucking, man? What's the story, man, and how did it all start?
I basically just wanted to make more money. You know, that's really what it was. I was working at O'Reilly's and told my girl I was gonna go to truck driving school. She didn't believe me, and I got on a bus, went to truck driving school.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been driving ever since. So.
What's your experience so far with trucking?
So started OTR with CR England, and basically just ran out of Walmart, up and down out of Cheyenne, Wyoming. We basically stayed on the 25 freeway, and I decided over the road wasn't for me at the time, so I went home and drove local for 6 years.
Oh, so you already got the experience, man.
Yeah.
All right, so that goes back to what we were talking about before, because plenty of y'all have asked me about this when it comes to trucking. The biggest thing is, one, getting your CDL to start off with. That way you have, like me and you were just talking, your CDL is a key that the key opens the door, and then there's opportunities.
Yeah.
Then once you get to 2 years of experience, the doors open more.
Yeah.
Then you get to 5 and 6, because now I'm pretty sure you already know, when you apply to somebody, you're not just applying, you deciding where you're going to go work. There's no, I'm applying, man, I hope they. Oh no! When you apply, you know they call you. Hey, when you want to start?
Exactly.
Hey, man, that's a whole different ball game, man. That's a whole different ball game.
Yeah. So I did that for 6 years, and then just decided I wanted to get back in OTR. So I bought my own truck.
Now, when you bought your own truck, did you know what you wanted to haul off the bat, or you knew that you wanted to own your own truck, and you wanted to at least kind of, what was the mindset going into
it? So basically, I just set goals, and I just want to achieve my goals. So
perfect, man.
And that's just what's keeping me going. You know what I'm saying? Just having those goals and being able to knock them down. So basically, I'm just trying to achieve my goals and then go back home and do something else. You know, but out here, I definitely can achieve my goals. You know what I'm saying? So.
And also, since you said that also brings up another good point. I enjoy trucking, but, and speaking in all honesty, trucking really ain't for me, but I'm good at it.
Right.
And I enjoy it, but I can't say that I love it. I don't love it every single day. You know, right. It has its moments, but then, like, there's a lot of time, like when I'm just driving from place to place, like when everything's right, yeah, man, I love trucking.
Right.
But there's also other ventures and things that I want to do that I know trucking won't allow me to do it. You know, it's like there's film projects that I want to start working on, finish writing on, that I already started writing. And I'm not gonna do that in trucking, because my creative juices don't flow like that. But when I was working in the oil field, it was different. When I was working in the oil field, dude, I had ideas. Dude, I had a whole notebook of like stuff, because I would just be working, and then just be working. Doing this, I don't have it like that. It comes more sporadically and less of it. Versus, you know, it's like if somebody's from Washington or Oregon, you know, the differences between that area versus North Dakota and South Dakota.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking with a friend of mine, Nick, and we were both saying how being out there in North Dakota, it's so different from everything else. It brings something out of you that, you know, when you get locally, around a place that you're used to, you don't really have to use that. You don't really have to utilize that. But then you get to a place that's so different that it opens up your mind to start thinking and seeing differently, and start looking differently, and start expecting something different.
Right.
And that's one thing that I can say that North Dakota has given me a broader way of looking at stuff, being from Mississippi and having spent those years that I spent up there, and working in the oil field.
Yeah.
So man, what's some advice you would have to anybody that's looking to get into trucking? We'll start there. That's looking to get their CDL. What advice would you have for
it? Just be patient. You know what I'm saying? Do your research. Make sure it's what you want to do. You know, and then have goals, man. Set yourself up, you know, to succeed. Because if you don't got no goals out here, then what are you doing it for?
Yeah.
It's hard to be away from your family.
Yeah.
You know, don't nobody really care about you. It's every man for himself out here.
Yeah.
You know, so you gotta have goals and just do it. You know, if it's what you really want to do, just do it. Don't give up.
Yeah.
Don't give up. Because when I was in school, people was giving up left and right. Just in school.
Yeah.
You know, just 3 weeks being away from their people. They was just giving up. You know, so make sure it's what you really want to do.
Yeah.
You know.
So with that, what's some of the biggest hurdles that outside of that? What's a hurdle that a person may have to overcome? You know, being away from family, as far as the learning to drive part, maneuvering and stuff like that.
I don't know, man. Maneuvering, so like backing up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, truck stops. Yeah, be careful at the truck stops. You know, and keeping your distance. For real.
Yeah.
Keeping your distance.
Hey man, y'all can see the video I had before that coming through Atlanta, bro. Like, hey.
Yeah, keep your distance for real, cause yeah, they don't stop like a car stop.
Yeah. It does not stop like no car stop. Even if you have to. That brings us to something else. I am a professional truck driver. I started driving in 2011. I was taught certain stuff. For example, when there's a lane closure, it is a truck driver's responsibility to set up blocks so that traffic has to slow down. Otherwise, if you don't, they just keep running up there. Cars, they don't stop. Pickup trucks, cars, they do not stop.
Right.
The little straight trucks, them things. They don't stop. Box trucks. They just keep running up there. But a semi truck, if you create let's say there's 3 lanes of traffic and 1 lane is closed. If you create a block or truck here, truck here, truck here, truck here, that traffic has to slow down and go around. That allows the traffic that's moving from 3 lanes to 2 to breathe. It's like the same principle as trying to drink too much water at one time, or the same principle as trying to eat too much food at one time. You know, traffic needs to take smaller bites of space. That way everybody can move. Otherwise, it's just everybody keeps running to a stop. Move 50 feet, stop.
Right.
Move 50 feet, stop. And you'll be sitting there all day long until somebody starts making blocks. But people don't have CDs nowadays like they used to. When they will communicate, okay, this is going on. This is what we need to start doing. Because I'll be on the radio the entire time. Hey, is there another truck driver that can throw a block back at exit such and such? That way we can start slowing down traffic. Because traffic, when people in their cars are in their own world, they're not looking at it from a workplace standpoint. The way professional truck drivers, and it even says it on your CDL. It says you are a professional truck driver. Yeah. That means when you're out here on the road, you're out there on the highway. That is your work area. That area does not belong to the Department of Transportation. It does not belong to the Highway Patrol. It belongs to the professional truck drivers because none of them are professionals at operating on these roads. It is your work area. Like when you go into Walmart, and people that put stuff on the shelves and they restock stuff so that you can go in and purchase what you want, that's their work area. So,
Yep. Yeah, no doubt.
oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
Because I mean, a lot of people don't talk about that because it's not really taught nowadays. Because most of everybody uses their phone for information, but nothing's gonna beat that CB because that CB is instant. That CB is faster than Google Maps.
I gotta get a CB. I gotta get a CB for real.
The only thing about it is you're gonna get them crazy people on the CB. Yeah. Just ignore them, bro. And I'm not gonna get into detail about what they be talking about. But usually when there's an incident on the highway, most of the time, if not all the time, we have clear communication because everybody's trying to accomplish the same goal. But when you get outside of that area, you get into Memphis over there by West Memphis where the truck stops at, bro, you gonna hear some of the most creative stuff that somebody's been holding in their entire time since they've been driving for 11 hours and they've been waiting to unleash it on somebody. Right. And that's what they be talking about on that radio. Right. And then that person gonna call this person some, and then it's gonna start, and then 3 other people heard the exact same conversation, then they about to jump on one of them, and then 3 other people that think like him about to jump on him, and it just turns into just having to turn the radio on.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah, but
I heard about it.
But other than that, that CB definitely has a role in trucking, and I can testify for a fact that CB has helped me get safely to a couple places because I can drive tired. I can't drive sleepy, but I can drive tired. Mm-hmm. And coming across 40, coming through Arkansas, I was almost to MEM1 here in Memphis, and I was tired. And I started talking to a truck driver over the radio. And me and him were talking about radios and some other stuff in trucking until he took his exit and I took my exit, and that allowed me mental stimulation so that I could keep on going and have a refreshed mind and just something different to engage with at 3 o'clock in the morning.
So how you find the station? How you know what station?
19 is the.
That's the main one.
Yeah, 19 is the main one. 19 is the main one, and 9. But mostly everybody be on 19, and then depending.
No matter where you at in the country.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you really don't have to take it off 19 unless, like, you and somebody are talking and like y'all keeping up space, depending on how far out your CB radio reaches. My CB radio, I can hear them 4 to 5 truck lengths away. When they get past that, I can't hear them, but they can hear me from what I can tell.
Okay.
So they can hear me clearly, but I can't hear anybody that gets too far away. So I have to kind of keep up with whoever it is. And like me and old dude from Oakley, we talked. Once again, we were coming across 40, and he was hauling tankers, and I was asking him about working at Oakley and stuff. But me and him went to 18, and we just talked on 18 because there was no other traffic on 18. Plus, if communication needed to be made, we weren't hogging up 19 because when you're keying up, you're hogging up that channel, so other traffic can't get through on that channel because you're on it.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I gotta get one.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get me one for real. I need one.
Yeah, it's no big deal, but that sucker can come in handy, and Google Maps can't hang with that speed. That Google Maps can't hang with what somebody is seeing, like a lane transition. Okay, it was down to 1 lane, but now they're blocking 2 lanes. So instead of going from the middle lane, now you have to be over in the right lane in the far right. Google can't match that because somebody has to send Google that information. Right. The truck driver's seeing it right there and
there. Yeah, I've been using 2 GPSs for traffic.
Well, you got a Garmin or?
I got a Ram McNally.
I thought about getting the Ram McNally, but I was already used to the way
I wouldn't.
Garmin works.
Yeah, stick with the Garmin.
Okay.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would. I wouldn't get the Ram McNally.
Yeah, because I got the Garmin down there, but mostly with Amazon, I'm using their routing. And when I'm not using their routing, I'll use Google to a point to just look and see where it is. And then once I see where it is, then see the routing that Amazon has for it on its app, and just kind of put the two together and see, okay, are there tolls here, not tolls here,
right?
Especially coming across Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, you start going up into New York State and stuff. I really try to stay away from tolls as much as I possibly can.
Yeah, Indiana full of tolls. Indiana, Illinois. Yeah, I'm trying to. I don't even want to go to New York. You go to New York?
Not really.
Yeah,
like,
I don't want to go to New York.
Because the thing up there I noticed is, like, once you get over there, everything's running around over there. It's running around over there unless you're in Pennsylvania, it's coming back to Ohio, Illinois, somewhere in the northern state. Then you have to get something coming out of there going south.
Right.
And it usually moves like a triangle. Like it's going east and west, moving it in and out of New York, and then it's going like north and like southeast in Atlanta, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia.
Yeah.
And then getting over there and then going east and west down there, or east and west from Memphis to somewhere over there.
Okay.
And it also depends on whether a person is looking at a low board or you looking at something dedicated, like C.H. Robinson's low board, Truckstop.com's low board, that low board, which tends to have it's a low board, but they operate differently. It's just each person's preference to what they want to have or what they like. I like Truckstop.com, but I've hauled 2 loads off of that low board this entire year.
Truckstop?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's that. I had both of them in the beginning because I wanted to kind of see, okay, which one do I like better? Do I like that low board? I like Truckstop better because when I'm searching for something, I got more quick access to options with Truckstop.com app than I do that. That is like it's basic in a way, but for the amount of freight that they have on that load board, and the variety, the different kinds, there should be more options and stuff for you to quick access set up. It's on that phone.
Yeah. So yeah, I just want to see a load board. You know what I'm saying? I just deal with a dispatcher right now.
Download it.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna download it just so I can look through and see what they're looking like. But it ain't gonna show no rates or nothing like that.
Like when it depends if you do the free trial, which I think it gives you a free trial of like 30 days. Then after that 30 days, it starts an automatic deduction from your account. So just make sure you cancel it after that 30 days.
Okay.
But during that 30 days, get all your stuff set up, and plus it's about $30-$40 a month. Like that's invisible.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even notice that.
Yeah, no doubt.
And you can kind of watch it and see. There's some other load boards. Nick gave me a picture or a file I have to find where he gave me like 100 load boards. I didn't even know there was that many, and I have to find that, print that out so I always have it. But Truckstop.com, that load board, it's not. That stuff is on that phone. It's not on here.
Yeah, I think they be using TQL. You heard of TQL?
I ain't still TQL, man. I'm messing with TQL. That's why them rates be low, because you be getting stuff out TQL. Hey, man, they be calling me on the phone. Hey, we got a load going to such and such. Like, no, I'm good. I already got a load. I'll be sending someone looking for a load. Like, no, I didn't.
They just be heavy.
They be heavy, and it don't pay what that load would pay if you were getting it some other route.
Right.
Because you can catch them. Like you can catch them with that slick stuff. Like you be looking at truckstop.com and it'll be truckstop.com will be saying this load, and you look at where it's picking up at, what time it's picking up, and where it's going. I'm like, it's the same thing, picking up at the same place, going to the same place with the same amount of weight. And then you look at the contact information. Then you go to TQL's load board, you look at the contact information, like, hey, wait a minute. And like this is like $700 less than this one. I see what y'all doing. I ain't falling for that. Yeah, you know, so it's little slick stuff like that, you know, you have to keep out for, but it's just have as much information available to you as you possibly can with any decision that you have to make. You know, it's just like you said about goals.
Goals, yeah.
Have as much information that you can about any goal that you want to accomplish. That way, as you're moving forward to it, you can see if you need to pivot from one place to another, or do you need to bypass this one and go to the second step, and you can get both of those at the same time. I know that sounds kind of vague, but it all of those things work together when you're trying to complete a goal in life, or when you're trying to overcome an obstacle. And today we're talking about the CDL. We're talking about something that's so broad. Give y'all all right. This truck right here, that's called a hydrovac. For any of you that don't know, hydrovac is what Badger does. That is pretty much what they do. Badger is one of the highest paying companies when it comes to hydrovac. Not only that, Badger manufactured and patents their own equipment. Everything that's on that truck, Badger has made it, designed it for their specs, and they tell the company, okay, this is how we want it made, or Badger orders the products and they assemble it in Canada. That's what Badger does. That right there is a hydrovac truck. That's a Class B CDL. I don't think you need hazmat for a hydrovac, but it depends on what they're cleaning up with it. So that's just some of the options that y'all can see for yourself for what some of the CDL stuff is. This truck right here in the middle, that is that a grain? That's not a grain hopper, but like they usually use it for, I think, potatoes, beets, because if I'm not mistaken, it lifts up, like, because it's got the PTO.
For corn? Or the grains?
Well, it depends, because I know I've seen them use it in North Dakota to haul sugar beets.
Okay.
And corn, I don't know, because if you dump corn out the back of something like that, you know, you may damage the corn.
Right.
But it also depends, and I'm not 100% on it, right. So I can't be absolutely sure. But on the back of that sucker, you see the PTO tank right there in the middle. That's the tank for your hydraulic fluid, and it lifts that trailer up so they can dump out the whatever stuff they got in the back, from rocks to dirt to asphalt to produce, you name it. As long as it's something that can fall out, that can free fall out of the back of it and not be damaged itself, which rock and stuff like that is usually the and that's just some of the options and stuff that's available for people
trying to get a CDL.
Yeah,
what they can do with it. Yeah.
And like you were saying about local and hauling locally at home, there's so many opportunities. And then once you get involved in the trucking industry, you never know, man. I'm looking at getting my crane license next year.
But so with the CDL, you said, you know, you got a wide variety of things you can do. But that's also, I mean, it also depends on who you know too, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because how you know who to talk to. Yeah. You know.
Well, but that don't count for him though. That don't count for him though. He got like 5-6 years of experience. Like he ain't got to go talk to nobody.
Right.
Yeah.
I've been driving. I mean,
but like first starting out, y'all. Make sure this thing is staying there. Okay. First starting out, y'all gonna have to work with what y'all can work with, and the goal is in the beginning to get paid as much as you possibly can while you're training.
Get that 2 years.
Yeah, get that 2 years.
Man,
in,
the 2 years is.
If you can get that 2 years in one place, that's gonna look better for wherever you go next.
Right.
And then after 2 years, depending on how much weight you gain, you know, you can, especially like I don't know if you picked up weight when you started driving trucks or.
What you mean?
Like gain weight when you started driving trucks.
I didn't.
Okay.
You know.
See, he's one of the few people. He's one of the few people that did, bro. But you know, it's also a transition into a different lifestyle.
Yeah.
Trucking is a totally different lifestyle. Living in this is a totally different lifestyle.
Even local, because you might go from working 8 hours a day at, you know, wherever you're working, you know, to if you even local, you're gonna be running 11 plus hours a day. You know, they run you. You know, and it don't matter if you keep the truck moving, they're making money. So they're gonna try. You're gonna have to get used to working longer hours too. You know, so that's just another thing to take into consideration when you making a decision on if that's what you want to do. You know, get used to that. But you're gonna make way more money than you would at Walmart or wherever.
Exactly, and that's even with Walmart. Walmart has trucking. And you may maneuver from working at Walmart to getting your CDL or something like that. Man, you got any shouts out you want to give out to anybody?
I mean, just shout out to my family. Basically, that's my family. I miss everybody. Can't wait to see y'all. But other than that,
but dude, man, appreciate that, Chris.
Yeah.
Want to give a shout out to all the people that's tuning in for the video. Want to give a shout out to the people I'm subscribed to on YouTube. Tanker Monkey, Tracy Andrew Jackson, Luke Powell. Luke Powell's traveling the world and showing y'all different places and stuff. Tanker Monkey's up there in the Bakken in North Dakota for that oil field information for you guys. Chasing Andrew Jackson is down there in Texas for that oil field information for you guys. The Weighing In podcast for the best podcast on MMA fighting and mixed martial arts. I'm trying to think of who else. I'm missing some people too, but I'm pretty sure I've mentioned them in any others. And Chris, you gonna be starting a YouTube channel at some point, or you don't know yet? I got you. You're staying low key.
Yeah, stay low key. Maybe in the future.
Yeah.
But not no time soon.
Okay. Well, man, appreciate that. Thank you for your time. I'm trying to think of any other. What did you look for when you went bought your truck?
What was gonna be the easiest truck to work on myself and the most reliable. That's what I went for. So I got something with a Detroit 60 in it.
Yeah.
They're user friendly, but certain things, you know, you obviously can't do on the side of the road. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, compared to some of the newer stuff, you know, I wanted to stay away from all the emissions.
Exactly.
And all of that.
I wanted a Detroit or a 3406E Caterpillar. The Detroit was my first choice, but there is like barely any of these trucks that they put Detroits in. This was Cummins ISX, Caterpillar, and I think they put Detroits in maybe 5% of these trucks.
Right. Yeah. You see them every now and then.
Yeah,
I see them pop up. Yeah, I see them pop up every now and then.
And most of them were ordered that way, but the majority of they were Cummins ISX N14, 15. See, they even have some C12s and C13s in these trucks, and the olders were 3406 E's, and I think B's in the early 90s. But for all the people that are out there, make sure that your truck is inspected.
Yeah,
definitely. Make sure that you have a mechanic to look at your truck.
I don't know what you're doing.
Okay, I don't know either. Make sure you have somebody to look at your truck over real good. And when you're purchasing your truck, make sure you are comfortable with it. Make sure whatever it is about that truck, you feel whole about it. You feel comfortable about it. You shouldn't have no nervous feeling when you buy it, because when you spend that money, you're investing it in it, and you want to make it back, and you want to make sure that it's a smooth process. And when you purchasing a truck from somebody else, a semi truck, they should have paperwork. Yeah. Those two things do not go together. If they don't have paperwork, they either done got the truck to flip it, got the truck just for whatever reason. The truck may be something that they got, and they're like, nah, they don't want this truck no more. And now they trying to just get rid of it. But if they done ran that truck for a period of time, they got receipts on everything. Even if they did it themselves, they're gonna have some receipts tracking something with that truck.
Right. No matter what you get, it's gonna need maintenance.
Yep.
No matter what you get, it don't matter. You get the most reliable motor is gonna need maintenance. So should be some type of paperwork.
Exactly. And I'm pretty sure I got what time is this load? I'm trying to make sure what time this load delivered. Yep, I gotta go. JPTV 3000. Holler at you guys later. Y'all take it easy. See you guys in the YouTube world, and this video will be out there. Be on the lookout for Chris. Chris will be out there in the trucking world, and he'll be gaining more experience, learning more. And as Chris learns more, he'll share it with y'all. So be on the lookout for him and his adventures. And it's JPTV 3000. Peace.